Okay, welcome to ETN News. We just had a 5.1 west-southwest of Akerley, Texas, 5.1 miles deep. You remember the hot spot we were showing on the Mendocino fault zone? And we were showing a hot spot southern Oregon out from there. That was two of them, which it came, the hot spot hit here first, and then down here on the fault the second time, on the Mendocino fault. So that showed we was coming in with, it looked like it was coming in on land. So we give out the warning. But here's a 5.1. That's one earthquake. Now we got to watch down through here for more earthquakes, because even though we had the 6.6 up here, remember we had a 3 to 5 day watch because it was showing pressure on the Cascadia from pushing against the Pacific plate. So we didn't know which side was going to give first. Well, we had the 6.6 on the second day after we did the update, and we had 6.4 the third day, and now we got a 5.1 here. So that shows us we're seeing right. We're not looking at just nothing. We're seeing it right, and there's activity. Should be moving down through here anytime. Should be at least 4 somewhere or something, even high, maybe even higher. And the Cascadia is still in danger too of being hit. We just don't know when it's going to be hit. Then we got Alaska up here. We only got just 4 2.5s and greater. Nothing else. The rest of these are small quakes. But there's only one thing about it over here near Adak, Alaska, 4.6 west-northwest of Adak, 156.5 miles deep. That is deep. So Alaska could see an earthquake or on down through here from just where that's deep, because when it's deep like that, it always comes up more shallow somewhere else. And we haven't got too much going on over here. Quite a bit, but not too much on this side of the Pacific plate. So this side over here is the one it's giving now, mostly. We wouldn't have had that 6.6. Okay, let's look at Hawaii. Hawaii, it'll die down, then it'll increase. It's not slowing down on the activity. There's something big moving down in there. And you can see right here, we haven't got an earthquake here because it's already cracked. Got one on this side, one on this side. It's got to connect to the cracks before it gives the slump. Now, over in here, 2.9 west of Ferndale, 2.5 northwest of Paso Robles, 4.7 miles deep, and the 3.7 north of Malibu, that was most likely aftershock. 2.6 northeast of Barstow, California, 1.3 miles deep. Just watch for larger activity. And down here in Texas, I've already did this update a couple times, and something went wrong, the sound, everything. But anyway, Midland and Staten, it's north of that. And let me see here. Oh yeah, it wasn't the sound. I didn't have it set up right. That's right. Alright, now Canada still showing aftershocks. Quite a few from this earthquake that the USGS is not. I reported the rest of this stuff on the last update. Watch for larger activity coming down through here. It's got to be more. I don't think it's released all it's going to release. Now, let's go over here and check something else. Alright, do you remember the spot that I was showing you that lit up, and it's like in between Red Bluff and over toward Lassen? Paynes Creek, and places like that is where this big spot lit up. And this spot was thousands of acres big. So that's the reason I need to know really fast. And it was so important that I know if there was a lightning strike so big that it's the biggest one you would see in your lifetime. I've never seen one like that big if it was a lightning strike. It looked like water that was coming up, really scalding water. You know, the water is pushing toward the top, and it looked like it had a big plume on top of it. And with the plume on top of it like that, it looked like it was getting ready to explode. So one flash with it backed up, like a fault line gets blocked, and the water is in the magma or something, and it heats up, comes toward the surface, or a crack went down into one of the faults, and the water hit the magma and pushing it up. Like some kind of explosion may be getting ready to occur. So that's the reason it was really important for me to find out, was it a lightning strike? The biggest ever recorded if it was a lightning strike. But if it wasn't, we got problems if it wasn't. And this is the past 24 hours. You can see right here on that station what it looks like. Now this morning it wasn't that bad. And it shows the time over here on the side. This right here is the UTC time. And let's go look at the area where we were seeing the big spot pop up at. And that's the north side of the volcano. Now we go down here more toward where we saw the spot that popped up like it did. And look at this. Now, what happened around maybe 10 o'clock, something like that, last night, is when this occurred, when that spot popped up on the map. I can't tell exactly the time, but it was in between 10, 11, somewhere around there, you know, because the Go16 don't tell you the time when you see a spot. You just got to put it together the best way you can. But I put it on the comments, talking to one of my subscribers. It happened about around 10 last night, somewhere around there. But here's around 10, all this activity. And then we had around 12, all this. And it just, you know, just increased a lot on the shaking and the heated water up under there, the hot springs, things like that. Now let me see what else we got here. And we go on down toward Red Bluff. Let me see, make sure I got this right. Okay, right in here is where we heated up this part here. And like I said, it was thousands of acres. Let's see what it shows. That one's not on. So the only one that we have down here closest to the area is that one. I don't know why it ain't showing now. Maybe I'm not close enough. Let me get in here, check it out. No, it's not going to show us anything like it's cut off. But this is the closest one we got, and this is north of this. And that's the one that has got a lot of movement. And then the one on up here has got a little bit lesser movement toward the volcano. And then up northwest of it, see what that looks like. Okay, that one happened too around what, 10 o'clock. About in between 10 and 10:30, so about 15 after 10 is when this started going on, and it went on until about 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you know, that's a pretty good lot. Now let's go check it out on another one. See, what we're looking at here is around the volcano, and the ones that's closest to the volcano, and the ones that is closest isn't showing as much movement as the one like right here, right near the volcano. What, 1? And it also happened around 10:30, up to 12 or 1, something like that, maybe 2 o'clock. But, you know, this right here happened about the same time around the volcano. But this one out here, you see, that wasn't the one. Oh yeah, the one closer to it, our spot that we was looking at. That's a lot. And just so happened that's where we saw the plume under the surface, boiling toward the surface. If it wasn't a lightning strike, that's why I need confirmation. I know storms went through there, but a lightning strike that big, that would cover that much of an area of hundreds of acres of land. And the thing about it is a lightning strike is usually long. It's not big and round with a plume on top of it. Looks like the water was coming toward the surface, boiling, scalding hot water. It was getting ready to explode, and that's the reason I needed confirmation, because I got to watch this, and I don't want to have to scan it every hour or so, trying to check it when it would be a lightning strike, because I'd be losing sleep, and it's a lot of work, a lot of time, you know. And over a lightning strike, it's just, it's just too hard on me to do that over that. So that's the reason I needed confirmation to know if I should be watching this or not, you know. Here's your seismographs, seismometers. So let's back this up and check this out. Now right here on the temperature, hot spots. I'm in a hot spot between Lassen Peak. Let me get this over here, we can read it. Hot spot, the temperature between Lassen Peak and chaos. Click for additional information. Well, we'll click that. And it don't show anything. All it shows is just what I read you. Hot spot between Lassen Peak and chaos. Operator USGS, volcano hazards. I might need to move that over, but you already seen it, what it said. But this area, I don't know what went on there or nothing, so, I don't know what to say. I don't know if it was going to explode. I don't know if it was a plume. Until I can get confirmation, it's hard to do anything, which now I'm not seeing any confirmation, so that's leaning toward for me to start watching this. And that may be what I have to do. I'll be checking it here in a few moments after it's getting dark over your way. Alright, I'll see you on the next updates. Everybody stay safe, and we'll be watching.